Hello everybody, welcome back to Cape Rugby TV. Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, of course, your favorite show. And tonight I've got my favorite coffee from Kenya, courtesy of Mr. Jerome Parvater. But I'll introduce you to him in a second. It is Cape Rugby TV time, Wednesdays, 9 o'clock, as I mentioned. Of course, we bring you the very best of Western Province Club Rugby, and we touch base on a few other rugby matters, including Super 15. We know that this week we're all very excited to get down to Newlands, where we're going to be supporting Tennis Lanier, because it is the Tennis Lanier Rugby Day at Newlands, and we'll find out a little bit more about that during the course of the show. Of course, the usual suspects who have managed to drag themselves down to the Cape Rugby TV show, Morgan Newman.
How's it, Jeps? How are you going?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. Got the result we wanted this weekend, so yeah, happy.
Cape Rugby TV.
Yeah, and that, Jeps.
Yes, yeah. This is, of course, a neutral and independent show. Jerome, how are you?
Very good, JP, but I'll also keep it neutral tonight. I'm very well, eh?
You didn't get the result you wanted this weekend?
I got the result, but I'm going to be neutral.
And Mr. Herman Abrams, Mr. Jamio.
Good evening. Nee, JP, dit gaan baie goed. Ek is net bly dat die weer so mooi hou vir ons.
Yeah, we're actually very lucky. I mean, and from a broadcasting point of view, we're very fortunate in that we've gone to every game so far, the Saturdays, and it's been fantastic weather.
Yeah, no rain.
No rain. Funny how people can start making conversations about the rain. Or at least the weather. Why is it that we start talking about the weather? It's like one of the big talking points, the weather. Anyway, let's start off with the results. More importantly, of course, Super League A, it was an interesting time there. Let's take a look now at the results in Super League A. And Belhar, 26-47. That was the score there. Durban coming out on top of Belhar. Tygerberg going down to Marties, 34 points to 17. Belleville, 36-32 over Helderberg. Vix, it was a close one for them, or not close enough. 35-19, they went down to Hamilton's. And SK Warmers, 32-34, they lost against UCT. Gentlemen, if we look at some of those results there, you've got to say the Belhar are struggling just a little bit. Tygerberg, they are just not coming out of the starting blocks as much as they would have liked to, losing to Marties. And, of course, a good win for Belleville. Vix going down to Hamilton's, and SK Warmers, another sort of a sad day for them. But UCT, once again, Jerome showing their domination.
Yeah, definitely. And something's happening there, JP. I mean, I think it's 3 in a row now for them, which is good for them. I mean, they struggled in the beginning of the season, new coaching staff. So things are happening for them, and it's good. I mean, it's good if they were always one of the strongest sides in club rugby, and it's good to see that they're up there again.
Belhar also, we're looking for a good start to the season. I know it's early days, but Durban, I mean, even Durban hasn't really what everybody thought was going to be that strong. They haven't come out the starting blocks. I mean, we would have expected maybe a slightly better performances from Durban so far this season, or am I being a bit harsh?
No, JP. I think it's starting to catch up a bit with Durban now playing in the Community Cup. They've put a lot of effort in there. They've done well in the Community Cup, and I think the other guys coming out fresh now, and I mean everybody know since last year what Durban could do. So I think the teams are just more prepared if they play Durban now. So they don't take it for granted that they're going to win and things like that. So they're just more prepared when they play against them.
Tygerberg also just not coming out there. Marties, once again, a victory for them. And we know that Marties put a big one on over Helderberg on Wednesday.
Yeah, Tygerberg were up the first 12 to 14 minutes. They were up 10-0 against Marties. So everybody thought there was an upset coming there, but yeah, I mean, Marties are quality side and they came back strong.
Morgs Hammy's had a bye this weekend. The guys will be rested. Just looking forward to the match this Saturday.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a tough one, I think, going under UCT, you know, as we just said, as Jerome just said now. Something's happening at UCT. They obviously turned it around since the Varsity Cup. So, yeah, it's not always, you know, sometimes you come back from a weekend away and you sort of, you know, it's the legs are not as fresh as sort of into it as they were. But yeah, I mean, we played well against Vic, so yeah, I mean, it's a good one before we take on UCT.
And then, of course, Jerome and Mr. H, we were there, Belleville and Helderberg. Good win for Belleville, but it wasn't a walk in the park.
No, it was an excellent game, and one must commend both coaches. for the attitude that they showed on the field. You know, nobody kicked the ball away unnecessarily, and they scored a lot of tries, which was good for the spectators.
Do you think that the match, Helderberg, I mean, they lost 88-0 to Marties 2 days before that, Saturday, Wednesday. So, yeah, you could say this is a 2-day rest. Do you think that that loss against Marties on the Wednesday and then playing against Belleville, another tough game, maybe took some of the energy out of them?
You know what, JP, what they've done? I've spoken to Ricky Peterson, their coach. They've played basically with their second team against Marties on the Wednesday because they wanted to be fresh when they played Belleville. And they were confident that they're going to come out to Belleville and they're going to get some points there. But like in this league, you don't just go to anybody's home ground and expect that you're going to get points. So
Why would you play your second team?
Sorry.
Yes, Mr.
Sorry.
H. No, jump in anytime.
This is tantamount to match fixing. Why do you play with your second team, you know, against the first team? That's not right.
Okay. All right. Listen, so,
In
Hansi.
India, you go to jail for things like
No,
that.
but please, Hansi, carry on. Why do you say that?
You can't. I mean, you know, you're playing with Marties. You put your best team on the field, not a team that you know will lose. Nobody goes onto the field to go lose your matches.
But you've got to think strategically. Surely there's a plan behind it.
No, not when that 88 had a negative effect on them on Saturday also.
On the team members.
Yeah.
Jerome?
yeah, I must say I agree with what Mr. H said. Yeah.
Otherwise known as Hansi. Okay, yeah, but
No. I just think it's true, and I think it's also a bit unfair. You know, that's why you have a first team and you have a second team, and like it's not like a provincial squad where you have.
Yeah, but you know you're going to lose to Marties. You know you're going to have you're not going to. The chances of winning that game. So you rest your team so that you can go strong and get a win against Belleville. Wouldn't you rather do that and take the log points?
JP, yeah, but
I mean, you were the one that last week was talking about player management.
Yeah, but obviously player management, you know, when and how to manage your team and how to manage your
Yes,
players.
you rest your players on the Wednesday and you let them. I mean, even the Springboks when they go on World and they have those midweek Wednesday games, they don't play the first team.
Yeah, but like
They
you
still
know,
win.
if you look at certain teams, they can afford to do that because the depth in their squad
Yeah.
is so that the second player is almost as good as the first team player. So there's a big difference between the two, JP. But I think if Ricky obviously think that they're going to get their points against Belleville, and
Maybe it wasn't as easy as he thought it was.
Maybe because Belleville lost all their games so far.
Yeah.
So he thought that's easy points. But like I said, it's now teams who all need points and things like that. So teams are also doing their homework, and it's not that easy. So
Morgs, let me ask you then. As a player, you play on a Wednesday. You've got Thursday and Friday to rest. Would you not rather rest on the Wednesday, knowing that you've got a tough game coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, James, look, I think it's a tough one, but there's two trains of thought. The one is that winning is a habit, and I think if you lose 88-0, whether it's your first or your second team, it's your club. So immediately there's something that you worry about there. And then the other issue is the fact that, I mean, generally clubs, they train on a Monday and a Tuesday. Tuesday is often your tough training session where you put in a good 40 minutes of contact as it is. So whether you move that contact session to, I mean, I'd much rather be doing contact against an opposition than be doing a tough contact session against my teammates.
What you're saying is that playing the Wednesday game is almost like a practice.
No, well, it's not a practice. You go in there with a mindset to win the game, and you go in there and you play with your heart out. But I mean, at the same time, you also know that it's about managing your body. So I mean, you rather than let a guy go out there, play 60 minutes, and let him sort of make good substitutions and utilize your bench and give them also some match fitness. But I don't think. I mean, I've done it playing for Stellenbosch. I've done it a few times, and I don't think it's that tough on your body. You do it 2 or 3 times.
And the 9 o'clock factor, playing at 9 o'clock, I mean, enough about you managing your body now. The 9 o'clock factor.
Yeah, look, the 9 o'clock factor is a tough one. And I know a lot of the clubs have an issue with playing at 9 o'clock because these guys work. I mean, you work from 8 to 5, whereas you play against the students generally are either sitting in class or sitting at home. So for them, they get a bit more rest than the rest of us. But I mean, in general, no. I think it's nothing. It's nothing
What
that
time do you get
can't
home
be
if you're
managed.
playing 9 o'clock at night? What time are you, Jerome, what time do the guys get home at 9 o'clock?
I think like if Morgan from Hamilton's, if they play Helderberg, that'll be about 2
2 o'clock in the morning? So you got to go all the way out there, play in the Strand or Summers West or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can be lucky you're not playing in Solarians. You have to drive even further.
But they come home 2 o'clock in the morning every time from practice.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks, that's enough about the strategies and the chess factors in and around club rugby, whether you should rest and whether or not those Wednesday games are a good thing. But yeah, maybe not quite fair on everybody. Let's take a look at this fantastic match that we went to watch this weekend. It was Bellville against Helderberg, of course, and I've been told very clearly by the fans at Bellville that I can't call it Bellville Tech and I can't call it Bellville South. It's Bellville Rugby in Bellville. Let's check now some of the highlights from that match between Bellville and Helderberg.
Who's number one? We're getting there. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there.
Yes, you have me young. So some good running rugby there. Helderberg, Bellville, win for Bellville, of course. Jerome, let's go to you. This is, of course, your home club. Rosina Parvata Stadium, your mom, right?
Yep.
How did it come about that that stadium was named after your mom? Tell me a little bit about the Parvata family. I mean, I met Kenny there and Koos there, and it was baie serious. I moet sê. Maar daar was ten minste 'n paar fans nog gesê dat het was baie lief vir Koos.
Ja, JP, die rede hoekom my ma was 'n councillor op Bellville Suid by die munisipaliteit en ons was 6 broers wat gespeel het vir Bellville Rugby Club
Ja.
destyds en 4 van ons het eerste span gespeel, almal in die forwards. En my ma het hard gewerk om soort van fondse in te kry en te kyk dat hulle, want daar was nie veel by Bellville by die rugbyveld nie.
Ja.
En sy het hard gewerk om goedes in plek te kry en so en die munisipaliteit het besluit hulle gaan die stadion na haar vernoem vir alles wat sy ingesit het daar. En ja, en is die eerste of dink sy enigste rugby stadion in die wêreld wat na 'n vrou vernoem is.
Is dit?
Ja.
Was jy haar favourite?
Dis 6 broers JP. So.
Ja, maar was jy haar favourite uit die 6 broers uit?
Ek dink so.
Come on.
But it was a great game. We saw Lawyer running over there, and it looked like he had a nice command of the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lawyer is one of the guys that's been playing there he's from junior rugby up until now, and I mean he's one of the senior guys. He's the captain of the team, And yeah, the guys are looking up to him. And I mean, he's always positive. He's always at practice whenever he can. He's there. He's doing his bit for the club and things like that. And yeah, and there's a few of that guys there at Bellville. There's Regan Peterson still playing good rugby, the number 8.
Yeah.
And there's a few of that guys there. So yeah, and it's good. Like the community, a lot of the old players are still involved in the club and things like that. So it's good.
Well, I noticed there at the end of the game, quite a lot of those Helderberg guys seem to be very friendly with the Bellville guys, like they know each other. I'm not sure if it's just the fact that they've played against each other before, maybe they've played together at some other stage. But you've got some good talent in that Bellville side.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few youngsters. There's the guys of Andre van Schoor. Last year he came from he's from Paul. He played for Gardens in Paul. And yeah, last year I saw him for the first time last year when he came for this Western Province Sevens trials. And I saw there's some potential in this guy, and he actually made the Western Province Sevens team last year. And he's currently in the Western Province under 21 squad. So.
All right, so we're going to catch up. In actual fact, it's interesting you mentioned his name because on the day he was, of course, our title man of the match, but we're going to catch up with that a little bit later. Let's first now catch up with the losing captain and coach, De Wet Neertling, and of course, Ricky Peterson, the losing captain and coach at Helderberg.
De Wet, taffe dag vandag.
Yeah, we always knew it was going to be a difficult game. We just made too many mistakes today and we couldn't round off when we didn't go for post.
Super League A has been a little bit of an up and down this year for quite a few teams.
Yeah, it's always going to be tough. I think Super League A is evolving every year, becoming tougher and tougher. And then obviously we lost a lot of players from last season. We lost like a whole deck of forwards plus reserves. So we're a bit thin on the numbers side, but we'll stick in there and we keep on battling.
You guys building a little bit for next year as well at the same time?
Yeah, we got a really young team this year. A lot of guys that have never played Super A before. A lot of guys that have come up from, let's say, Premier A, kind of Super B rugby. So I think we're doing well, but we're just not rounding off.
Well, still a long way to go. We're only just starting the season, so we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks, JP. We've been in this position before, and we always try and fight back. Kudos to Bellville. They really played well today. Thank you very much.
Ricky, didn't go the way you want, but Bellville came out guns blazing.
Well, let me put it this way. Both these teams needed a desperate win, you know, just to get the confidence up there again. And my words to the guys were, before we came here, is that whoever wants this game the most is going to win this game. You know, at the look, we were 27 up, you know. But in this league, if you lose focus for 8 minutes or so and you lapse, I'm sorry to say, you're gonna take a hiding. And well done to Bellville. They fought back just before halftime and going into halftime with the lead. That is what any coach wants, you know, and you can take it further from there. But I wish Bellville everything of the best. Look, they're in the same boat that we are, you know. We're building with the young guys now, and we don't have that much depth. But believe me, the same like Bellville, I want to say that we're going to keep on fighting, you know. We're going to keep on fighting, and I think we're not doing too bad. I heard last week on your program that, you know, guys are getting paid. Let me tell you that, JP, I just want to rectify Jerome. We're not paying our guys. They're getting petrol money. We see that they get a job because a job puts bread and butter on the table. Yeah. And whoever wants to come for money, there's no money. You can go to any other club. You're not going to get money.
What's the rest of the season going to look like for you guys? What do you work on? What are the strengths and weaknesses you're going to be focusing on?
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We took 2 points out of this game for a away game. To me in the Super League, that's excellent. Yeah. Okay? And Bellville knows a return game at Helderberg is always tough, and I get that. And we got Bella next week, and I think Bella knows what's waiting for them, you know. And in this league, any point, whether it's a half a point, if it would be that way, it counts.
Well, you heard it from Ricky Peterson, of course, the coach there. They're not paying their players. That's great news. Jerome, you have been correctified, so understand that Helderberg doesn't pay their players.
They only give petrol money, JP, which is good. But the petrol is expensive, but I wonder if it's per kilometer or per litre. It is very expensive.
All right, okay, all right. You're all right. But anyway, we still stand by that scenario of the rather better not pay amateur players. Okay, let's of course catch up now with the winning captain and coach. The winning captain, of course, the Alverno Julies, and the winning coach, Jerome de Toey. Let's see what the boys had to say.
Lawyer, was nie so maklik nie, maar julle het dit toe deurgetrek.
Ja, ons moet 'n dege druk aan JP. Ons was aan lucky vir 3 games gewees. So ons moet die een gevat het.
Nou ek sien jy het baie leadership daarso gegooi in die game. Aanhoudend vir die ons bietjie gesê, gaan hier, gaan bietjie hou julle moed op. Meer defense, gaan links, gaan regs. Jy gaan baie met die ons gepraat vandag.
Ek moet baie praat want ek ken die my Regen as die seniors in die span. So ons moet ons leiereienskappe wys want ons klomp jong manne wat ons speel, die majority is onder 25.
Hulle was 'n lekker crowd vandag hierso, so weer eens wel gedaan.
Baie dankie JP. Ons doen dit maar vir die gemeenskap JP. Baie dankie.
Sam, good win today.
Yeah, it's a must win for us. We have struggling for a while now, but the win is good for us. We have the bonus point, and we know the other book is going to come for us. But it was nice to win for the change.
Maar dit lyk my die onderste pad van die liga, 'n soort van Tygerberg en Bellville en Brackenfell, en nou nie Brackenfell nie, Helderberg. Julle ouens spook dit 'n bietjie uit op die oomblik.
Ons spook dit uit, ja, het gaat maar moeilik hier. Van ons almal is neighbors, so ons moet fight om te survive.
Nou waantoe vorentoe nou oor die res van die seisoen? Ons het nou net gepraat met Ricky, dis nog vroeg in die jaar. Wat gaan julle nou bou op die volgende paar weke?
Ons moet maar bou om net te wil wen, aanhou wen. Maar die belangrikste is om in die liga te wil bly.
Jerome, dankie dat jy met ons gesels het. Julle het ons vandag fantasties gespeel. Die crowd was great, so ons sien uit om julle vorentoe te watch.
Ja, baie dankie man.
Nice to see Jerome Dutour there carrying the candle, and he of course played for many years at Belvedere, Jerome?
Ja, is nog een van die manne, JP, wat ek gesê het vroeër, wat terugploeg vir die klub, gespeel daar van junior daar af en nou betrokke by die afrigting, dis baie goed. En die manne luister na die manne, so dis goed. En ek meen, hy is ook nog 'n jong coach, maar hy leer.
Jy sê hy's 'n jong coach, maar laat ek jou sê, dit was nou seker omtrent 10 jaar gelede dat ek op die breakfast show saam met Nigel Pearce het ek en Nigel het uitgegaan om 'n photoshoot te doen vir die ou Scrum magazine. Mr. H, the old Scrum magazine was of course the original Club Rugby magazine.
Yeah, it was a Club Rugby magazine and it only had Club Rugby and nothing else.
Now somebody posted that photograph of us on the front cover. In fact, folks, we'll get that magazine cover. Have you still got any copies?
Yes, we've got all the copies available.
You still got those copies?
Yeah.
All right. Because you know, I know that it's kind of tough to remember these things, so you've got to keep it archivable. All right, we're gonna drag that out from under Mr. H's bed because we know that's where he keeps all his valuables. All right, of course, it was the Tata man of the match, Shavandre van Schoor, Tata Oostenburg, and Tata Paul Valley. Once again, courtesy of Ivan Lintner and the boys, donating R1,000 to the Tata man of the match. Let's hear what they had to say.
Shavandre, vandag se Tata man of the match, R1,000 vir jou van Ivan Lintner by Tata Oostenburg en Tata Parel Valley. Jy's vandag 'n bietjie gas gewys.
Ja, ek het maar die krampe met 'n bietjie biet gehad.
Nou sê my, is dit lekker om hier by Bellville te speel?
Ja, ek geniet dit baie om saam met die manne te speel.
Kyk hoe baie
aangepas.
Kyk hoe support die ouens hierso vir jou. Jy sê jy het lekker aangepas?
Ja, ek het baie lekker aangepas by die manne. Met die hardloop rugby wat ek ook baie van hou, so ek is reg by die manne.
Wel luister om vir jou weer eens wel gedaan te sê, gaan jou chairman of Bellville, Roger, we're going to give you R1,000. He's going to shake hands with you. Congratulations. There you go, Shavandre. Roger, okay, gentlemen, you can let go there now. Roger, a good day today here at Bellville.
Fantastic day, and yeah, our first win of the season. You know, it's the first year in this Super League A, and the guys played very, very well.
Fantastic crowd.
Fantastic always. Bellville always a fantastic crowd, and the people enjoy them. The community come out and support the club. Yeah, I'm happy.
Now Tata have given R1,000 to this young gentleman over here. Hy lyk vir my 'n bietjie skaam nou, iewers skielik, maar jy reken hy is 'n vorentoe Springbok.
Toekomstige Springbok definitief. Shavandre van Schoor, hou maar die man se naam dop in die koerante in. WP onder 21, so definitief.
Well, my man, congratulations. That's R1,000 from you, courtesy of Tata Oostenburg and Tata Paul Valley. And we look forward to seeing you one day playing in other green and gold.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Roger, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure as always.
Thank you for being here. Thanks very much.
Here we go, folks. Our Tata man of the match today, Shavandre van Schoor, wins R1,000. Look out next week, same time, when we give away another R1,000 to a lucky club rugby player. And hopefully he'll be as talented as this next future Springbok. We'll see you guys in a sec.
Shavandre van Schoor, our Tata man of the match. Once again, thanks to Ivan Lintner, boys, Tata Westenberg and Tata Paul Valley. Congratulations there, Shavandre, and we look forward to seeing you one day wear the green and gold, the other green and gold. Of course, it is time now for us to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of the results. We'll start off there with Super League B. That's coming up in a sec. Stay tuned.
I'm Bob Skinson, you're watching Cape Rugby TV.
Well, there you go. We are back at Cape Rugby TV. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. Jerome, ek moet vir jou sê, hierdie 10 jaar koffie is am lekker.
Ja, JP, hou jy nogal lekker lang wakker ook, nee?
Wel, ek wou net sê, ek het nou begin die show met die koffie en hoe meer ek hom gedrink het, hoe begin ek hoe vinniger praat ek nou gedurende die show.
Ek het al gewonder hoe kom
jy 2 koffies vir my?
Wat is in die koffie?
Nee, dit is nou nie polisie koffie nie. Kan jy dit sê? Dis gewone straight-up koffie, né?
Maar jy moet vir Mr. Uitsoek maar kry van hy koffie.
Let's take a look at the results now in Super League B. Finally, a win for Villagers. They are out of the starting blocks. They have got their first win of the season, 32-25 over Brackenfell, who are just struggling a little bit. Primrose remain at the top of the log on Super League B. They beat Carroll's River 46-21. NNK, a win for them over Goodwood, 48 points to 10. Jerome, Primrose will be happy with that. They're constantly 7 out of 7 now, 7 games, 7 wins. And once again, managing to show that they are a force to be reckoned with in Super League B.
Yeah, definitely, JP. I mean, the whole season now they've been playing good rugby, and I mean, last year also, I think they were one of the teams. Unfortunate not to go up. It was so tight at the end, and I mean, they were unlucky not to make it. And it really shows that they've put a lot of effort in this year. They're really serious about their rugby.
The other good result there, or at least good for Villagers, was their first win. Morgs, they'd be, of course, a little bit of a feeling a little bit better about things.
Yeah, look, it's long in coming. I think obviously, you know, they've just recently gone down and they haven't picked up a result until this weekend. So yeah, I mean, very glad for the guys. I think they're really working hard and they really want to stay in Super League B this year. I think that's their big aim. So yeah, they're putting in the hard work and it's starting to show.
Yeah, time now for us to take a look at the results in Premier League A. Some interesting results there as well, as we see St George's beating Penelp Villages, Macassar beating Kraaifontein. Macassar will be happy with that result. Scottsdene, a good win for them. I think that was their first win as well, 36-25 over Elsie's. And one of my favourite teams, Elsie's, struggling a little bit. And Rangers going down to the ever-dominant Silurians. We'll look at Premier League B. And Van der Stel beating Silvertree, 59 points to 7. Strand United, 35-24 over Langa. Milnerton, it was a win for them over the Strand, and Young People's beating Franschhoek. While in Division 1, Atlantis lost to Silverleaf. Wraithby lost to Stelcore Violets, beating Northerns, and Rocklands going down to Lagunya. In Division 2, Masipumulele, another good win for them, 10-7 over Young Wesley's. Gardens Tech beating Blue Stars. Kylemore going down to Blue Jets, and Watsonia losing to All Saints 21-13. Young Stars drawing with Caledonian Roses. So those are the results in Division 2. In fact, before we go to Division 3, let me show you something over here. You'll notice here on the screen, and I'm just going to get up, we go to that wide shot quickly, I'm going to get up there, and you'll see here behind me, you'll see that there is a black spot, okay? You can see it. You see this black spot behind this gentleman's head? Okay, so this black spot is, of course, the empty spot for more club rugby jerseys. So, folks, we want you to get jerseys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I'm going to move Primrose, who have kindly given their jersey. I'm going to move that into that spot over there. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Silurians. I'm going to bring them into this spot here. And then I'm going to do is Villagers, who have also been very smart and donated their jersey, or didn't donate it, but they decided to give publicity to their sponsor. I think that's probably changed now already. And then what's more is I'm going to go to Elsie's over here. I'm going to move their jersey in. And Hamlets, all the way from the Weskus off. Hamlets put their jersey there. Don't you think that is absolutely fantastic that we're in a situation that the club's jerseys are there? So there's still a couple of empty spots, and we want you to make sure that you bring those jerseys. So get those jerseys to us and get your sponsors' names up on the screen there, okay? So very important that you start getting those jerseys up. Anyway, so that's the jersey scenario, and it's great for sponsors, so make sure that you start getting us your jerseys. We want you to bring them. We'll put them up on the board, and that way your sponsors get publicity. Let's take a look now at the results in Division 3. And there we see Clittisville. Well, it was a win for them against Temperance. Imikawi going down to retreat. Young Ideas beating Sam Pioneers, Whistling Wheels 45 over Richmond Rangers, and Perseverance drawing with Peninsula, while in Division 4, Titans drew with Thistle, Bishop Lavis 22-20 over Progress, Khayelitsha 21-7 over Police, and in the Paarl region, Riverstones losing the Young Gardens. It was a win for Allendale, it was a win for Lower Paarl against Windmill United, and Albions went down to Simondium. And of course in the Farm League, or otherwise known as the Simonsburg region, Lekwendok losing to Lwandle, Blue Stars beating Blue Swallows, Fora beating Excelsior 33-17, and the Pumas, it was a loss for them against Lamotte. Those are your Farm League results, and very exciting to see the farm teams playing rugby out there now, nice and formalized. We're going to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll be taking a look at some of the logs, who's on top, who's on down, and don't forget we'll be looking at Super 15 in a couple of seconds' time, and we'll also find out more about the Tennis Lanier Rugby Day. We'll be back with you guys in a sec.
Hi, I'm Giovanni Bobo, and you're watching Cape Rugby TV.
Welcome back, folks. Of course, Cape Rugby TV. It is 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, 9 o'clock between 9 and 10. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. Come and join us. Gentlemen, I have to tell you something that we've got the fans, we've asking the fans again to show us fan pictures. And I have to show you what I believe must be probably our season picture of the week. Have a look at this shot over here. And I'm going to ask the fans out there to send us a caption. You can send us a caption for what you think this must be the caption. All right, whoever sent us the best caption of this photograph, the best caption, and you win yourself a Cape Rugby TV T-shirt. All right, remember the Cape Rugby TV T-shirts. And in fact, many people have now asked me, why don't we sell some of these Cape Rugby TV T-shirts to raise funds for club rugby? And a few people have said we should start the Cape Rugby TV Foundation. But I'm gonna show you the picture. And I think we can start coming up with a couple of options, names. All right, have a look at the shot. There you go. All right, some very interesting options there. So if you've got any ideas in terms of what kind of caption you'd like to add there, yeah, Mr. H, any
A word like foundation springs to mind.
A word like foundation springs to mind. Yeah, there's a fair amount of foundation there. Morg, any caption on yours?
For football, JP.
For
football.
For football.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that give we backs like guys like that. They give us front football, James.
Jerome?
JP, I don't know if it's something with the material of the jersey or something.
Yeah.
Because nowadays they make this tight fit jerseys.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the material or the.
Well, I don't know either. Have you got a caption for us? Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that up to the creative.
Dot the caption.
The creative engineers will give us a caption there. But send us your caption for our favorite pic. Let's quickly have another look at that picture. But we want your captions. You can put it on Facebook, www.facebook.com, and of course Cape Rugby TV in the Facebook there. And interestingly enough, that gentleman told me he was going to come off the bench and he was going to win the man of the match. That's how eager he was to win at Bellville. Net Jerome.
Ja, dat is goed, net JP. Dat is goed om positief te wees.
Exactly. Positive.
Altijd positief wees.
Positive. There we go. Positive. All right. Let's have a quick look then at some of the fixtures coming up. It is Cape Rugby fixtures this weekend, and we know where we're going to go. This weekend we'll be covering a Friday match for the first time in a long time. Fortunately, we're going to a venue where there are pretty decent lights. It is the match UWC against False Bay. Now that's going to be a thrilling encounter because I think False Bay coming down, Jerome from Super League A, and UWC having now been promoted and coming out of the Varsity Shield. That's going to be a game to sort of settle between the men from the boys kind of thing.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's the sort of the front runners in the league, and I mean both quality sides. So I think it's going to be a good test for UWC in terms of where they are and when they want to go to in next year. They want to go obviously further and try to win the Varsity Shield. So it's going to be a great test for them, and it's going to be also to see False Bay, which I mean their quality side. So it's going to be a good rugby.
Well, after beating Goodwood 120 points to 10, I think UWC, Peter de Villiers, Mandisi Chonti, and Oliver Janssen are going to be they're going to have their work cut out for them. Besides, what do you think?
Yeah, no, there's all the ingredients of a fantastic game. And I think UWC did themselves a disfavor by going to draw against Hamlets over the past weekend, and they would like to put the record straight. to say that they can play in that division. You know, once you meet with the big boys, that's where you must show what you can do. But I'm sure that it will be a fantastic game.
All right, so that's where we are this weekend, folks. We are at the match Falls Bay against UWC. They're playing at home against UWC under the lights, and we'll be covering that match on Friday evening from, is it a 9 o'clock game?
Yes, it will.
Is there
be
any
nice.
reason to have a Friday game also at 9 o'clock, other than the second team and the third team must play early, really?
Yeah, they can play early.
But so why 9 o'clock on a Friday morning?
Yeah, but look, James, I think.
Mensen werk, my broer, man.
Ja, maar hoe, wie werkt tot 9 o'clock toe op een
Ja,
Vrydag
but
aand?
James,
But that's what they
Ek
say,
ek
man.
sê jy nou as jy op pad na Eiland kom, is mense werk tot 2 uur toe. En dan is hulle 3 man op 'n kus na dit.
no, look, James, I think it also the reason they play the game at 9 o'clock is because you got to fit in 4 fixtures before that. So if you work back, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock can really be your earliest game. So you know, unless
But
you've got,
didn't I just ask that? Mr.
But-
H just said that they can play earlier.
but they can't play before 5.
Mr. H?
If they're available, they can play.
So they're not available.
No, well, most of the clubs say the people work and they come late.
Morgs, you're
But
obviously
we all
saying,
know
when you're talking
that
about
in
4
Cape-
teams, you're talking about under 21s,
Yeah.
the third team, the second team, and then the first team.
Yes,
So
that's
what
right.
time would the under 21s kick off?
No, but they kick off on a different field. So what they do is they play.
That doesn't count.
They
So it's
their
only 3
third, their
games.
third and fourth play on a different field to the
Yeah, it's
to
a
the
lot of
first
games.
and
Anyway,
seconds.
the reason that we're, of course, going out on a Friday game is because it is the Tennis and Near Rugby Day at Newlands this coming Saturday. Of course, the Stormers take on the Reds. It's going to be a cracker of a match. I know Alistair Coetzee is under a tremendous amount of pressure, but hopefully the depth in the Stormers team will carry them through. Mr. H, quickly, just a little bit of information. Tennis Lanier, the day itself. I understand they're going to have the suite holders. There's going to be some fundraising opportunities there. Tennis himself is coming onto the field. I spoke to Danny Jones today. He told me that the president is taking Tennis up to the presidential suite. Mr. Wakefield is, of course, in the presidential suite. So Tennis is going to be spending the day there. It's a big day for Newlands to remember and support Tennis.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic gesture. And there are other ideas also coming, you know, from various people. After the golf day, a lot of people has come forward to say they want to arrange things. But Saturday will be a big day because at all the entrances they will have, you know, boxes where people can make a donation.
Yeah.
And those will, as you said, in the suites. And after that, we will. But I sincerely hope that, you know, all these things will be coordinated. And I think between myself and Jerome and a few others, we have said that we will have to go and speak to Tinus and his family to sort of coordinate everything that is going to happen.
Yeah. Jerome, have you seen Tennis lately?
Yeah, I saw him a couple of times now, JP, and also last Friday at the golf day. And he's still positive, though he's sick, and you can see what's happening to him. But he's still positive, and I think people that know Tinus, he's always a positive person. And I think Saturday it's a great day to go out to Newlands and to go and support him. I mean, he entertained a lot of people, especially with his tackles and things at Newlands. So I hope we can have people out there and support him.
And he played like more than 120 matches for Western Province.
Yeah, he was.
Was it that many?
He played 112 games
112.
for Western Province, yeah, which is a lot of games. And also back then, the guys didn't play as much rugby as the guys are playing now. So yeah, that's a great milestone for him. And I mean, he did a lot for Western Province. He worked at Province Academy or Schools of Excellence for 15 years. So he put a lot into Western Province rugby. And I mean, there's still guys playing now, coming through his hands. And I just hope that the weather plays its role and we'll have a lot of support there.
Morgs, you of course had a bit of coaching under Tennis.
Yeah, yes, I happened to be fortunate enough to be one of the players that sort of came through Tennis's coaching. And yeah, I mean, coach, I think from the videos that I've seen, he coached very much like he played. So I was fortunate enough to do that. And I think to a large degree, I try to mold my rugby on what I've seen of him and what I've heard people speak of him. So yeah, it'll be nice for people to come down there and really, pay their respects.
Right, folks, there you have it. Get down to Newlands this Saturday. For nothing else, you get down there to that field to come and support Tennis Lanier. He's played and committed himself not only to professional rugby, but also to amateur rugby. And a fantastic gentleman, gives his heart and his soul, and let's make sure that we all get down there and support. Right, let's take a look at some of the other fixtures coming up over the weekend. There's going to be some big matches. SK Warmers are up against Belleville at the track. UWC against False Bay, as we said, that's where we will be. NNK take on Hands and Hearts. Paarl and Scottsdene in Super League A on Saturday. Helderberg and Belhar, Hemies and UCT, St George's, Macassar, Collegians, Kraaifontein, Peniel Villages and Rangers. Premier League B, it's Young People's in Lunga, Silvertree and Strand United. 1 Division 2, it's Young Wesley's and Gardens Tech. Division 4 sees Thistle and Delft, Progress and Khayelitsha, Cities and Bishop Lavis, Young Brothers and Titans. And the Paarl region is Vintmill and Allendale, Peril United, Riverstones, Lower Paarl Rangers, Violets and Vineyards, Young Gardens, Albion, Simondium, Young Standards. Simonsburg region, the Farm region, Lamotte and Four, Excelsior, and the Pumas, Blue Stars take on Languedoc, and Lewandle take on Blue Swallows. Of course, it is Leisure Hotels who supports the Cape Rugby TV show. If you want to win for yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast, all you need to do is SMS the word leisure to 33280. 33280, and you put yourself in the mix to win yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast at the Strand Tower. 33280. There you have it on your screen right now. SMS the word leisure and your name to 33280. You put yourself in the mix to win a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast. We're going to take an ad break. We'll be back with you, and we'll take a look at the Super 15. That's coming up next.
Hi, I'm Kobani Bobo, and you're watching Cape Rugby TV.
As we mentioned, of course, Super 15, interesting results there over the weekend, and not going the way of the Stormers at all. Let's take a look there at some of the Super 15 results. We had some surprises, so to speak, in Super Brew, and there you see it was the Cheetahs beating the Reds. I think that was a big shock, a win for the Cheetahs. A lot of people thought the Reds would take that. The Bulls beat the Highlanders 35-18, and the Highlanders looked like they wanted to get home early. The Waratahs 28-22 over the Brumbies. The Crusaders beating the Blues 23 points to 3. The Force 13-23 lost to the Sharks. The Rebels beating the Stormers in the dying minutes there, and the Hurricanes. And the Chiefs, well, it was a win for the Chiefs, 17-12 over the Hurricanes. Jerome, the Cheetahs 27-13 win over the Reds. Let's not talk about Super Brew here now. We're going to get into that in a second. But a lot of people thought the Reds were going to take it, and except for me, of course. But the Cheetahs did come out there and show their stuff.
What did I say, JP?
Well, I don't know, because sometimes you forget to put your scores in. No, I actually have no idea what you said. But the Cheetahs, good game.
No, that was a good win for the Cheetahs, and I mean the Reds on the day it seems like things were not happening for them. I mean Guinea, everything starts with him. If he is not on par the day, then things seems that doesn't work for them. And I mean, but take nothing away from the Cheetahs. I mean they've done well. They've basically killed them up front, and they spoil a lot of their balls, and they actually knew how to play Guinea, and at the breakdown they've put them under a lot of pressure. So I think they've done well. They've done their homework.
The Cheetahs managed to neutralise that.
Yeah, so it was good.
Well, the Bulls beating the Highlanders. I think a lot of people expected better performance from the Highlanders, and the Bulls just had the upper hand through the whole game.
Yeah, look, James, the Bulls are really, sort of the leading side, I think, in the competition at the moment, to be honest, and they're really showing with the results. The Cheetahs, the Highlanders, I don't think have won a game this season yet. Well, I think they've won one, and the Bulls have really, playing good rugby. So yeah, I think that result must have gone a lot of people's ways. A lot of people must have predicted that result.
The Crusaders beat the Blues, Mr. H. This is the first time that you went against the Crusaders. Well, I don't know what was going on in your mind last week that you went against the Crusaders, but a loss.
Yeah, no, well, I think,
For you, that is, it was a win for the Crusaders.
I think they, they showed that they are a good side and they can play against the best anytime. But I was just right with the first match.
Yeah.
Spot on. 5 points.
And after that, the wheels came off.
After that, everything was wrong.
Yeah,
so,
don't worry, it happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us. And then, of course, the Sharks, they're having some political problems, it seems. They're a bit of a cleaning house. Jerome, lyk my hulle maak skoon daar so op die oomblik. Nou, hy gaan natuurlik die ouens op die veld affekteer.
Yeah, JP, this is why I'm going to switch to English.
Oh, hang on, let me ask you this. Before you switch to English and you speak to Afrikaans, ek hoor daar's te veel boere in die span.
Yeah, that's why I'm switching to English now, JP. Maar ja, ek dink snaaks as jy verloor, dan kan jy begin met daar's te veel Afrikaans gepraat en daar's te veel die veld was nie reg nie en die ref was nie reg nie. So there's a lot of excuses you can use on the day, but they managed to win, so now I don't think Afrikaans is a problem anymore.
Well, I don't know, I find it actually, not that I think that, to be honest, I think it's ludicrous that Keegan Daniels made that statement. Because, if there was a politician that had made that statement, it'd probably be in front of the Human Rights Commission, or somebody would have complained. AfriForum would have put in a complaint somewhere along the line. Why would we be complaining about this kind of thing?
But you can also, ridiculous. If you look at who wrote that article, I think what it come from the Bild, eh? So I don't know. If he really said that,
okay,
we'll never know.
Yeah, you never know what you read in the newspaper. Yeah. Unless it's on page 3, where you can visually see what's happening in the newspaper.
Rather watch here.
Yeah.
You learn about rugby, and you know what we say here is the truth.
Sort of straight from the horse's mouth. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Of course, the Stormers went down over the weekend. I don't think we have to labour that point. They lost in the dying minutes. It was a penalty try. A lot of controversial issues around that. The official sports nutrition supplier to the DHL Stormers and Western Province Rugby is Evox Advanced Nutrition. Once again, we give you the opportunity to win for yourself a Synergy Whey Protein. This is the Stormers' favourite product. And we'll give you an opportunity to win for yourself the famous Shaker 600. As we've illustrated before, you can split the compartments and put that all together for you. Right, so if you want to win the Synergy, which is used by the Stormers, and the Shaker, which is used by the Stormers and Western Province Rugby, and remember, club rugby players and administrators, you can get a hold of Evox. You can have a direct relationship with Evox so that you can be looked after in a similar way to Western Province Rugby and use the same kind of products. Right, all you need to do is tell us who is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby, what is their favourite product, and include your name. What is the official sports nutrition brand to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers? 33280. You can see it on your screen right now. SMS Evox and your name and the answer. What is the favourite product to 33280? Last week's winner was, of course, Ziad. Congratulations, Ziad. You win for yourself a Synergy Whey Protein, courtesy of Evox Advanced Nutrition. Right, that's what you need to do. 33280, and we'll throw in that shaker as well. Okay, so let's take a look now at the Super Brew competitions, and we'll see who went up, who went down. Sporty M was the top player in Super Brew, and a good result there for Sporty M. Unfortunately, Mertens for the second week running as the poser. No good, Mertens. That is a shocker. Okay, so yeah. Let's take a look now at the Cape Rugby Celebrity Ranking Pool. This is where it gets very interesting before we do our Super Bowl predictions. And there we'll see at the top of the pile, Morgan Newman has managed to jump up quite a few spots. Morgs, the ball just bounced in your favour this weekend, like game after game after game. I mean, my predictions were there, my wins were there, but you had the points.
Yeah, no, James, the results definitely went my way this weekend. I mean, you laughed at me when I called the Bulls, big winning margin, and I think I got pretty close. So.
Okay, well, we're just going to leave it right there. Because as you said, whenever I get the cap, I get to talk for longer. Right?
Exactly.
Congratulations, Morgan, you win. This is you don't win it, but you are this week's top player. There you go. It is your Super Brew cap to wear.
Was I wear it like this now? Seeing that I'm following your trend, or is that? Or?
Well, I know that you're a cap man, so all right. Let's go quickly through the Super Brew predictions. It's the Chiefs against the Crusaders playing on Friday morning. Morgs, where are you going? Chiefs or Crusaders?
Crusaders, Japs. Crusaders 10.
Jerome.
Chiefs 2.
Mistakes.
Chiefs 5.
Chiefs by 5. I'm going to go with the Crusaders by 7. The Rebels take on the Waratahs at 11:40 on Friday morning. The Rebels and the Waratahs, Morgs.
Waratahs 5.
John.
Waratahs 12.
Mistake.
Waratahs 15.
Waratahs 15. I'm going to go with the Waratahs by 6. And of course on Saturday, starting off the Saturday morning rugby, it's the Blues against the Brumbies playing in Auckland. The Blues and the Brumbies, Morgs.
Brumbies 7.
Brumbies by 7. Gerard.
Blues by 5.
Blues 6.
The Blues against the Brumbies. I think I am going to go with the... why would you go with the Blues, Mr. H?
Home
advantage. Okay, I'm going to go with the Brumbies. I'm going to go with the Brumbies by 6. The Force take on the Highlanders, Morgs.
Force 3.
Force by 3, Jerome.
Force by 5.
Mr. H?
Force 10.
Force by 10. I'm going to go with the Force by 9. The Kings take on the Cheetahs in Port Elizabeth, Morgs.
Cheetahs 22.
Jerome.
Kings 5.
Ooh.
Mr. H?
Cheetahs 10.
Cheetahs by 10. I'm going to go the Cheetahs by 17. The Stormers take on the Reds at Newlands. Morgs.
Stormers 5.
Jerome.
Stormers 3.
Stage.
Stormers 6.
I'm going to go the Stormers by 7. The Sharks take on the Bulls in Durban. Morgs.
Bulls 12.
Bulls 7.
Stage.
Bulls 10.
I'm going to go the Bulls by 19. Those are your Super Brew predictions. It's going to be an interesting and a lekker rugby weekend. Of course, we are out at UWC this weekend on Friday night at 9 o'clock. And you can come and join us as they take on False Bay. And don't forget to get out to Newlands and come and support the Tennis Lanier Rugby Day at Newlands. We'll be there. Come and support. It is going to be a great cause. It is going to be a great day of rugby. So please come down and support this absolute stalwart of rugby, Tennis Lanier, who is currently suffering from motor neuron disease. He needs your support, and in fact, I think, considering his sacrifice to Western Province Rugby, you owe him your support. Well, I certainly feel like I do. Morgs, have yourself a great rugby weekend.
Thanks, chaps. You too.
Jerome?
Thanks, JP. I just hope that there's a lot of invitations going out to the ex-players who played with tennis, and I just hope they all come at halftime and join him on the field.
100%. Stage.
Yeah. I would like to tell the people, to support the man while they can.
Yeah.
That's all they must do.
All right, there we go, folks. Have yourself a fantastic rugby weekend. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and send us those fan pics. Don't forget to post us your scores up on Facebook as well on a Saturday and on a Sunday. We look forward to catching that. And don't forget, #WP Club Rugby. Keep those scores pumping on Saturdays and Fridays. Of course, so many games. That's a wrap from us. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a great rugby weekend. Bye-bye.